Hi guys, it's me Karen, and welcome back to my channel. You see a big mess on my desk here. I am welcoming you into my little project I'm doing. I have these two, I have three of these, but the other one is a winter one, so I thought I would take the cards out of here. I'm doing postcards. During this time of what's going on in our world right now, I thought it would be a good idea to make some cards and send out to like my mother-in-law and my mom, some cards to brighten their days up, because they are in that group that should be staying home. I'm in it also, but I mean, you know, at least I can be coloring. My mother would probably be doing her sewing. She quilts and does hardanger and needlepoint and all that, so she is covered. My mother-in-law, on the other hand, she does scrapbooking, but she likes to get out and do things with her friends and can't, so I want to brighten everybody's day up on certain days of the week other than phone calls, so I am making postcards for them. So I have the Daydreams from Hanna Karlzon and the Summer Nights from Hanna Karlzon. And I went through and I picked out a couple of them already. I've done one with a little bird in a house, one with the mushrooms, a little snail. I'm working on this one with the butterfly, following a kind of a tutorial that I already did on the bigger picture in the book. And then this little one here I haven't even started on. One, I want to put a border on it just like these have, so I'll be taping that off probably, or marking it off and putting a border on it, and then we'll do the little birds inside here. So I'm going to welcome you along on the journey here and do a couple of these, probably at least get this one done, maybe finish this one, because I'll have at least 4 then, and then I will just color the rest of them that I have kind of off camera. So I'll go ahead and do this little guy here. We're going to get the camera set up so we can see it just a little bit better, and then I'll do the marking off of the border first. Hold on a second. All right, here we have my ruler. Let's see, I need the micron, what is this? Sakura micron number 5 or 05 pigment pen. This is a Tim Holtz ruler. What I like about this is it's got a center point on it. So if you ever have to do a project and you have to center your piece, like if I wanted a line and I want to center something on the sides here, it has the 0 point, and then you just come out and do your measurements on the side here to even it out, and then you have your center mark. You can tell I use it a lot because the markings are coming off. I've had this for a very long time. So it has the lines go up and we can see through it. So if I put this on a 1/4 inch, I can do a 1/4 inch all the way up, and there is a line here that's a 1/4 inch down. We'll stop at. And I have to see if that will work as a border. I mean, this one did not have a border. So it might run into some leaves here. So we're going to start there and just bring it down. Stop where I think it might run into some leaves, and then continue it down. So yeah, we'll just draw it right up to that leaf there and be done. Do the same thing on this side. 1/4 inch to a 1/4 inch, making sure that I can touch that line there, and hopefully we're straight. Okay, boom. All right, same thing on the upper part. We want to be able to touch it, so we have to move that a little bit. There. There, I think. Go up to the leaf, bird's tail, up. That line didn't get done terribly well, but I can go back over it. And then we just want to go from top to the other side. And there we have our border. It's good enough for me right now. So that kind of gives us a little bit, I don't know, I like it better. All of the other ones have borders, so this one kind of looked like it needed it. And I'm fine with it coming out of the border, like on the butterfly here. I actually drew these lines that came out of the border. The butterfly does not have this exaggeration on the wings or down here. So I'm fine with it being on the outside. And then we will get to coloring. I'm going to use the Prismacolors, and I will gotta find some greens, because somehow in my little light gray that I keep all my little light gray, finish the sentence right, holder that I use my pencils in, somehow one of my green pencils that I use in my Magical Dawn book, it's missing. So I will be right back and I will find it. Okay, I found my pencils. We're going to use Moss Green 1097, Kelp Green 1090, Goldenrod 1034, Spanish Orange 1003, and Canary Yellow 16, sorry. So I will hold them up when I use these. We're going to do these tiny ones first, just to get them out of the way. We're going to pretend the light source is coming this way. So I'm going to put a little orange where the highlight should be on these. And I'm just going to touch the highlighted area on every single one of these leaves. So we're just going to go through and lay down where, if the light was coming this way, this yellow will hit, and that will give me my area where I need to put the lightest color. If I do it now, I don't have to worry about it when I'm coloring every single leaf, considering there are a lot of them on this page. Just gives me one less thing to think about when I'm trying to do everything. Should have counted them when I was doing this. How many leaves do we have? Oops. Okay. So that will lay it down on all those type of leaves. I'm not sure what I'll do the big leaves like, so I'm going to leave those for a little bit. We are going to take the the darker green. We have the two here, the Kelp Green and the Moss Green. So we're going to take the Kelp Green, I think it's the darker of the two, and we're going to do that right along the vein, and then bring it up a little bit, both sides. We're going to do the vein probably in a brown, so we can pull a little green in there. I think I'll do a bigger leaf so you can actually see a little bit better where I'm putting this color. So we put it on kind of heavy around that and then just lightly pull it up. Same on this side. And then we'll just lightly put it in the vein, but we want it really dark around it. Okay. Then we're going to bring in the moss green and lightly pull that up into the yellow up there. And then we're going to bring in some, let's see what color, that's goldenrod. Pull it right into the green. Okay, then we're going to go back in with the moss green, kind of go over that goldenrod there. We will go back over all that with the kelp green. Then we will bring in some chocolate. And chocolate is 1082. We're going to go right in the stem there and bring that down into the kind of woody area here. In fact, we'll bring that up into those leaves. I'll do this little set and then we'll move on to another. This is a little canary yellow. I'm just going to add in, brighten up a couple of spots. We're also going to bring in some black. That is not black. Indigo. And we're going to just darken up this edge here. A little darker in the brown. Okay. So that's kind of what we're ending up with. So how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Bring that down on that side a little more. Hope you're keeping busy. I know a lot of you have kids at home. Hope they're not driving you nuts. I know that homeschooling isn't fun. Sometimes kids want to do one thing and you're trying to get them to do something else. And always a little difficult. So I wish you're all having a great day. Well, that's how they're turning out. They might be a little dark, but we're going to add a bright background in here, so they're also kind of tiny. If you want to lighten them up, and if I could find it, I would get out a, there it is, hiding. Because they do look a little dark to me. A little eraser here, and maybe pull in some of that yellow a little more by erasing some of the green. Just in certain areas. Something like that might look a little nicer. And you can go back in with yellow. This is the goldenrod. And just color in those areas a little bit more. And like your picture, you can do what you like. If you don't like it so dark, you can lighten it up. If you like it darker, darken it up. I'm just going to play around with it and see how it turns out. So we're going to do another one here in Kelp. I find when you have a lot of leaves, it's great to put one color down and then go back in and put the other colors in. Hope I'm staying in camera here. And sorry if it gets you dizzy that I'm turning the page so much, but each one of these leaves is a little different angle. Just easy for me to do it this way by moving the page. And I do think those got a little dark. I'll lighten them up a little bit more. We'll see how the rest of these go. These little tiny ones. Did I get them all? You know I missed one at least. I always do. I missed a whole bunch of them down here. Okay, that looks like about all of them. And I'm going to take in the goldenrod and we're going to add just a little bit more of that yellow in here. Okay, then we're going to go in with the moss green. Sorry, I'm just trying to get these all colored. Put any color in that one at all? I'm also adding some of that color into the... Look at that. See? I knew I'd miss one. Completely. Were you all screaming? You're missing a leaf? You're missing a leaf? Okay. Now we're going to bring in, so I'm not sure I like how dark those two are. Maybe I'll bring in this one. That's going to be a little sharper. Okay, we'll see what this one looks like. This is Pale Sage, 1089. That's a nice color. I think I like that. So I'll put that on the pieces that I didn't color. Kind of blend it in. I'm not exactly sure what you can see here and what you can't. Trying to move the paper around so you get it all. And we'll have to fix those. Yeah. Then if we want any darker, we'll just go in with, why don't we go in with some dark green just around the stem part down here. Brighten that up a little bit. So I'm just taking it and kind of blending it with the other colors, not going up very high, and then just kind of pulling it down. Just kind of adds a little more accent in there. These little guys need to be the same, and we are going to fix that by just erasing a bit that's in there. Like I said, I have not gotten batteries yet. Not exactly the top priority, but it works a little bit. Okay, so, I mean, even that made it blend a little better. I'm going to take in the, what is this, Pale Sage, and add it in. Yeah, that looks good. Then we'll add the dark green right here. all of these. Okay, they're all looking about the same. And I got eraser dust all over it. Okay, I'm going to bring in the Caran d'Ache blender. If I have one that has a point on it, I thought I did. I put it someplace, I don't know. Well, I have a little one, it's a broken piece. I'm just going to run it over the leaves and blend them together a little bit better. I know it's not really easy for you to see without a point on it, but just running it over the colors. And it'll push the pigment into the card a little bit better. This is my favorite blender. It's smooth, lays down a nice like wax coating over this, so if I wanted to put some distress ink on it, it won't bleed into the leaf as much. Blends really nicely and it's not scratchy. Okay, those are done. We've got flowers and, well, two types of flowers, like these bell flowers and then these kind of flowers. Of course, we have all the veins and then these little dots going around the outside along with these little leaves here. So what I'm going to do is probably one of these little flowers, one of the little buds, one of the bells, one of the leaf, and then I'll get to the birdies. Don't want to keep you too long. Let's see, these kind of flowers I'm going to do in kind of pink tones, because who doesn't like pink? So I'm going to go in with some Deco Pink, and we're going to add that in as a base, just kind of all over. So that's a nice light pink. I'm going to be using stickles and probably a Posca in all this too, so it's just going to get a lot of bling when it goes out. Okay, we're going to take in a little hot pink. That's 993. And we're going to just add it on this one piece that comes up. A little in the center. I'm going to go in with some raspberry 1030. Go in the base here. Okay. Go in with a little, and I know you can't see it, it's black raspberry, and I will leave the number down in the description box. I need to get another one of these. It's nice and big. Just going to add it around the shadow edges here, maybe a little in the center. There we go. Then we're going to bring in a white. And this is a 938. And we're going to use this to blend all these pinks together. So start on the lightest side, blend that pink, and then bring this one up with the Prismacolors. It'll bring that color right up into the other part of the flower. Okay, so then you kind of have this dark shadowing, and it's just blended nicely. I like that. We will be bringing in, let's see, boom, 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 Posca in this one. Oh, my hands are so dry. I don't like touching the felt. Okay, let's make sure it works. Did I get one that works? No. I know I have one in this package that works. It's probably this one. Yeah, I could turn the camera off while I'm trying to find the one that works. Let's see. We have those little frilly things in here, so we want to get some of those white. And then I'm going to put little dots in here going up the center of these. And we'll throw in some, since we're pink, we'll throw in some pink ones. This is a pink Posca. We'll just throw in a few of these little dots too. So then we have little dots all over the place on those, and that's what each one of those flowers will look like. I think we'll bring in some blue for the little bells here. I think it might be a better idea to do this bell over on this side so I don't get my hand over there. So this is Indigo 901, and we're going to put a little of that at the top of the petal up here. And then kind of just softly bring it in like that. And then we will bring in Sky Blue Light 1086. And we're just going to go where that light was and pull it down to the tip. Okay, and then if you want, you can darken up one side of that. putting a little more pressure on it. You can also bring in a little white if you like. Make sure you don't have any pink on the tip. And that's how those flowers will be done. Okay, and then this leaf here. We'll use the same set of colors as these, but we're going to omit a color in it. So we'll just put down, this is Spanish orange. We'll put it around the edge up here. And just kind of lightly bring it down in there and put it down on this side. Then we'll go in with the moss green. We're just going to mix these colors together. We're going to darken the center by putting more pressure on it. Okay, we're going to bring in Grenn Ocre. Go back in with some goldenrod here. We're going to go in with the, turn it the right way so you can see it, dark green. Just kind of pull it out. I gotta turn it this way, sorry. I'm just putting this down lightly, going over all the color. A little darker in the center. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the Kelp Green. I don't know if we even put this down, so I can't say go back in with. I'm going to say we are going in with. I think I left this one out at the beginning. Just going to get some green on that yellow a little bit more. Okay, then we're going to bring in the Caran d'Ache blender and see if we can't get those to blend a little bit better together. I have to turn the paper. It's kind of using it in a circular motion and rubbing it on those kind of lightly. You don't want to push too hard. Okay, we're going to take, if this is the white. Sorry if you're hearing a hawk. We have them in this neck of the woods. We're going to take the white Posca, if this will work, and we're going to run a line right through there, and then we're going to pull it out into these areas. Just following those veins because you can't see them anymore. And then I will color over them with a pencil. So I have to wait for that to dry, and I'll just kind of dab it over with a pencil. I might put some dots in these too, just to brighten them up a little bit. Okay, what did I say? I was going to do one of those, one of these, one of those. Oh, we're going to do a birdie. The birds are going to be basically the same color. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then buds. I'm not sure if the buds go with the bluebell thingies or not. So that would all be blue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the pink. We've got green. We'll have brown. I'm thinking of the color for the birds. I can do it pink and blue, I guess. So what we'll do is take the indigo and we'll figure out. There's a difference between the birds. One has got a little crest on its head and the other one does not. So I can do one as a male and one as a female. So I'm going to do this one as a female. We have a little heart up here on her tail. It's kind of cute. So I'm going to go with, we'll do blue down here. So we can do the heart in pink. Okay, and then some blue here on her wing. This is indigo. Don't know if I said that. More pressure around this part, and then just lighten it up so it'll blend a little easier. So she'll have it on her wing there. Then we'll have pink and black. Pink, black, pink. And we'll do a little blue right here. Maybe a little blue here. Okay, and on this one, it'll be a blue body. And we're going to do a blue head on him. Okay. I'll bring in the, sorry, I keep spinning the paper, sky blue light, and we're going to go over this blue. Okay. So far. Then we're going to bring in some pink. So we're bringing in the black raspberry. And the heart. A little pink up here. His tail. I believe that's the underside of his wing on that side, so. Okay. Let's see. Didn't want to add too much in there, so I'm going in with the Deco Pink. Just bring that up. Okay. I left a little bit on her for the white. Okay, wipe off the tip. You don't want any pink in the blue. Okay. Now, what we have to do is get a black and kind of go over some of those black lines. And I am going to add a black with that pen in here too, so I'll show you how I do that. All these little areas here, Sorry, I have to keep moving it. These are kind of small. Just going to go over the same pen that I did the border. Just going to go over those dots. I kind of know that they're there. You can probably see them a little bit through the ink that I'm putting down. And I'll just put little dots on those with some color here. I'm going to go over these in black. And their eye. And probably these little things on his tail here. Okay. On her, she's got, I didn't do her tummy. I should do her tummy. I have to do that in pink, I think. Remember to put those little dots back in this one. And the band around her neck. And I think that back there is another wing. Her eye. I make their eyes a little bit bigger than what they were. Okay, and then we're going to go in with, that's the indigo, where's the black? Black, 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 black. Okay, little black pen. So, and we're going to go back over our lines here a little bit so you can see them a little better. I think there's a line that's supposed to be there. Hold on. Yep, I think it is. If it isn't, it's gonna be, because I'm gonna add it in there. Okay. If you see an area like this that doesn't look too blended, like right here, I'm just gonna go in with the indigo and just darken that up a little bit. If you see the spot that's in the red that's not blended well, just go in with the darkest color and blend it. Okay. And we have to do her other wing is blue. Because it's blue and it's in the background, I'm going to go in with a little blue slate. And just add that to it. You could throw a little of that in this wing if you want, so it doesn't look out of place. Okay. Boom. All the other little bits are going to be done with stickles, except for her tummy. I want her tummy pink. So we're just going in with the Deco Pink. And a little bit of the hot pink here under the collar. There. Okay. So when we get back, I'll have all the rest of the leaves done, the bells done, and I will show you what I'm going to do in the background. Okay guys, we are back. I've done most of everything, and I did change up the leaves a little bit. I just colored them the same, but instead of the white I took out, I'm just using a little black. I'm going to do it on this one here. And all I did was pick a side, which all you have to do is, which side do you want to have in the shadow? And I just drew a black, make sure it's black, because that's indigo. Indigo. They're the same size and about the same shape, okay? You can tell this one's a little blue, but when they're both on my desk, I can't. Okay, the black. We'll follow this line, the line that's already there. And then just kind of bring some shadowing so it's light up into this side. Make sure that you have that nice dark line there. Okay, and then you take a little blendy tool and just blend it on up into that area, and it just gives it this little bit of depth in it, like the rest of them are. I think I did everyone but that one, but you know me, I might have missed one. We have to do the little branch. I forgot all about the little branch. So we're just going to grab some browns like the chocolate and what are you? Dark umber and light umber. We're just going to add some color in there. It's a brown branch, so we just kind of add dark where you want the dark, light where you want the light, and you can bring it right into the leaf that come up, and you can actually add some of the yellow or the orange in here too. Just want to add some, let's see, goldenrod is a good one. Color into this to make it look like a branch. I'm going to bring the yellow onto the buds and then go over it with some green. So they're all over here. Might as well just do them. Find them, use them, do them, boom, so I don't forget they're there. I don't even know what that line was, but we're making it part of the tree. So a little brown in there too. And you can throw a little brown in the leaves if you want to add a little more texture in here. It's up to you, you know, this is your page. You do whatever you want. And I throw some of that Kelp Green on the buds. I did the little buds pink because it's too hard to tell if they're the bluebell branch. The pink branch, they come on the same thing, and I did them half blue, half green. So let's see. Half blue, half green. Did I say that really? Half blue, half pink. So just fill in the rest of your lines, and if you need to fill in any part of the buds that you may have missed, like me, make sure your pencil. So I just threw in the pinks and then shaded it with white. I cannot do the spotting and lines on the other pink flowers yet until I've inked, and I'm going to ink the inside of the circle here in scattered straw and the outside in mahogany, aged mahogany. And we're going to do that. So I'm going to move our pencils out of the way. And I need to get a yellow and pink or red. That'll work for the red. That'll be that one. Getting a yellow one might be a little harder. Okay, there we go. Now this is a oval and we really don't want to go out, but it's not going to make that much difference if we do. There are white areas here. Everything that's white left on the birds is going to be stickled, so I'm not going to worry about that. I do need to get them some beaks though, don't I? And this guy needs some. Can't see that very well. Some feet. Might be a good idea. Get those down. If you want any shading, just a little darker color. They're tiny. Okay. The rest of it is all going to be done in stickles. This beading here is going to be done in stickles, so I'm not going to worry about it. If you're wondering what stickles are and you're new to the channel, stickles are a glitter glue done by Ranger Tim Holtz. Okay, ink up the pad, and we're just going to lightly go in somewhere and pull it in. Maybe I might want to double check to see what color this has on it. A blank piece of paper cannot be found. Hold on a minute. Okay, blank piece of paper. So we ink it. That's the color we're going to use on the inside. So I'm just going to go in here and edit. I'm using this little corner here, and I'm putting it down very lightly on the paper and moving it in kind of circular motion. Or squishy, whatever you want to call it. I'm smooshing the color down. It's a good color to use. One, it goes well with the colors that are in the leaves, but it'll make our little birdies pop. Also, if you want to use it as a filler for the parts of the greens that you didn't get very well, you can do that. It'll also go nicely around the pink edges of the flowers and give the pink a nice little yellow color. So we're going to bring it in this way. So I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to bring it up towards the birds. So it'll be lighter up here, just around them. I'm going to try not to get them too much. Just lightly bring that up. Okay, and I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to bring it down this way, a little darker up at the top, and then lighter towards the birds. Okay. Then we're just gonna darken it up down out here at the bottom. On these distress inks, the more ink you put down, the darker it will be. They will also lighten as they dry. So you may think you're putting it on a little heavy, but it's okay. Okay, there we go. Just a little darker right there. And now it's kind of obvious what colors that I chose for the leaves. That goes really nicely with that color. Okay, now we're going to do the outside. And to do this, we need sticky notes, because I don't want to, since I drew that nice little border, I don't want to go over it. So I gotta use my sticky notes to go around the edge. I have to look at that a little closer to make sure I get it so it won't go over. So I'm going to get close to that line as I can get it. Hold on. Okay, since these stick to the table, I'm going to do this corner first. This is, like I said, the aged mahogany. If you look at the lids, they go really nice together. Almost all of the distress inks go really well together. I'm inking up one portion of this, so I'm only going to put 1/2 of this on the ink pad and rub it on there, and you'll actually see where the line is. So that is our ink. We're going to start on the paper. How's that? We start here and we're going to bring it into the page. If you do it this way, you will not get a big thumpy line. You also want to do very soft pressure. If you push down on this, you are going to get those little circly things that nobody likes. So bring this in. Like I said, if you want it darker, just add another layer of ink on it. Bring it right up to the flowers. I've noticed that this is not going to go all the way to the line, so I'm going to pull that down a little further. Then I can add the color there. I want to make it darker in the corner. We're going to add some water to this, I think, and try to get a water effect. Okay, and then when you take it off, this is the effect you're going to get. And what I'm going to do is show you the watering, because it has to be kind of wet when we do this, the ink. So we just splatter some. See how it picks up the pink ink there? It's picking up the ink is what it's doing when we just wipe it up. And then you get that cool effect there. And we're going to try to do that in the yellow here too. I don't know if it'll pick it up because it's a little drier. But we'll see. Picked it up a little. It's another reason I didn't want to put the Posca in there. The water will act with the Posca and lift it right out. You did all that work and yeah, have to do it over again. The sticky notes get less sticky when you get ink on them. Trying to keep it in frame and get a good seal on that. Come on. Don't really want to get my head in the camera. Sorry. So we're going to do the same thing on this corner. Start on the paper, bring it in. Yeah. This was caused by a little bit of water on this side. We're not going to worry about it. Ink over it, and then when we spray water, we'll actually spray it right there. Just a little darker there. Okay. So if you're if you're good at this, you can get the water sprayed right on that area, and then a few other little spots, and then wipe it up, and you barely notice it's there. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to go up on this side. bring in another piece of paper across the top, which on this side is the bottom. And let's see. Hate wasting all this paper, but it's the easiest way for me to do this. And I can still use it to take notes on. It'll just have a pretty border on it, right? Okay. Bring in the ink to that line. I'm just trying to get it dark here, so I'm putting on many little layers there. And go on this side. Trying to get it nice and dark. All right, then we're going to put the water on it again. There. All right. I have fun doing that. So far, our postcard is looking pretty cool. So the only other thing that I'm going to do, other than put the Posca that looks like this one on all the little flowers and maybe some in the leaves, is add the stickles, and I'll show you what the stickles are. I gotta find the right color though. I keep them like this. We could do this in gold or silver. I think gold would look nice. Silver is kind of, I have black that has sparkle in it. That might be cool too. Now I gotta decide black or gold. I think gold might blend in too much. I will put it down on a piece of paper. The black, and then I'll hold it up, and then I will see gold. You gotta remember it's going through the mail. So the black actually has it'll take some color from the bottom. So if it has the red sparkles in it, you'll see red sparkles. If it has the green, I think it's red, green, and blue in here. And then the gold's just straight up gold. So it's going to go all the way around here and then on the birds. I think the black on the birds would probably be a mistake because it'll blend in. Gold would look pretty. Or I could do it in just this shine. I think I'll do the little beads out here in the black, and then we'll see what we come up with after that. So it's just stickles. This is called Black Diamond. You can see maybe the little sparkles in the tube there. I don't know if you can, but they're going to go around here. I have to get down, so I'm going to move you down a little bit. All right, we by the birdie. We're just going to put a little dot on each one of these. If they get too close together, it's okay. They still look like a dot. Okay, you kind of get the gist of that. I'm going to stop so I don't get my hand in it. We're going. Okay, guys, this is the finished card. I went ahead and finished the black, added stickles all over the white areas of the bird, and I did that one in the crystal. Where is it? Stickles. And I put that also on the blue flowers and a little white posca coming off of them too. Finished the centers of all the pink ones and then put the stickles on them. I'm going to leave the leaves as they are. And I don't know if I can get the camera to show the sparkle on it. But I am sending this off to my mother-in-law, and I'm hoping she will enjoy all. Well, she loves birds, number one, so hope she likes all the sparkles. Hope it'll give her a nice little smile. So I'll also be sending out the other ones, and they all have sparkles on them too. Probably one to my mom. We've got sparkles on the house, the key, and this little bird up here. And then I will finish this one up. I have a tutorial up on the full page that's in the book on this, if you wanted to look that up. I believe that is in the Summer Nights book. So if you just go to my page and put in the search bar Summer Nights, it'll pop up, or you can just put in Hanna Karlzon, and all the videos I do for Hanna Karlzon will also pop up. So I've got a nice little start here, and off in the mail they will go. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.